I got the Draco giggles. Due to an overwhelming request on my previous video about my special edition, one person, I'm going to talk about all the special editions that I have pre-ordered to date. I would have made this video either way completely unprompted because I fear I love to talk about my bad decision. Because if I share my credit card debt, then I feel like I have less of it because I know you guys will validate every single one of those purchases. Personally, my problem when I pre-order things is that the majority of them do not get charged until they ship. So I take that as my sign, well, I'm going to assume I'll have the money in the bank when they ship. That is not going to be the best idea when November rolls along. That's not going to be the best idea when November rolls along. So if anybody please wants to check in on me in November, I'd really appreciate it because I do not think I'm going to be well because the amount of orders that I have made that just happen to be coming out like within like the August to November timeline is atrocious, and I'm going to get charged for all of those just back to back to back. So in order to make myself feel better, I'm just going to remind myself how pretty these editions are, and I'm going to share them with you. You can tell the amount of pre-orders I have made because I had to make a whole section in my Notion for all of those pre-orders just to track like when they're coming out, where I ordered them from, and all of that information, because I will lose track extremely easily. And I'm pretty sure like in the back of my brain, I know that there's something that I pre-ordered that's going to arrive in the mail, and I'm going to be like, oh, I forgot about you. I'm going to go down the line based off of like their estimated delivery date because that's how I have them organized on my Notion. As I shared in my previous episode about special editions, I have a problem where if a special edition for a book is going to come out, I won't buy the regular edition. I'll just straight buy the special edition because to me it makes sense, like, oh, I'm going to save money. But that means that everything I have on my TBR that is coming out in a special limited edition, even if I'm not going to get to the book anytime soon, I'm just going to pre-order it, which is not the smartest thing to do because what if I hate the book? I don't know. Not my problem. I have it pre-ordered. That also means that if there's a book I have read already, which I most likely will not own because I have it on Kindle, and they announce a special edition for the book, I'm going to immediately run to buy it because I'm like, this is my chance. This is what I was waiting for, even if I am not in a place to be buying it, because what if it runs out tomorrow? I'm not going to be one of those. I'm going to have it pre-ordered. Don't guide yourself by me. I make bad decisions. So I have my whole list right here, and it is quite lengthy. Here we go. Number 1, I got the Watch Me Fairy Loot edition. Why? I don't know. I do not know because the regular Watch Me edition is so gorgeous, but Todd Amafi is one of my favorite authors, and I went through trauma with Sarah J Maas since I joined the Sarah J Maas fandom way later than all of those like special editions, first editions, all of that came out. The same thing with Shatter Me when it started. Now that Watch Me's coming out and it's in the same world, I took that as my way to run and be like, I'm not gonna make this mistake again. I'm gonna be one of the first ones there. And I bought the Watch Me Fairy Loot edition. I have no freaking idea why. It is gorgeous though. And I was considering canceling it because I really do like the regular edition, but then I kept looking at it and I'm like, I'm gonna regret it so bad if I cancel this pre-order because I love her work so much, and this is my chance to like be able to have the special ones of one of my favorite series. So yeah, I said, oh, it's purple, so that means that I buy, logically. I don't think it has a dust jacket. Actually, it might. I'm not sure if it has a dust jacket, but the entire, instead of it being pink, it is purple. On the like spine, it's purple instead of like the metallic holographic edges, and it has like a white tree or branches coming out of it. And in the back, it's like a forest, and it says, in my dreams I am safe, which actually the whole quote is on the inside cover of the Watch Me edition that I own now. But it is just, it's pretty to me. It's pretty to me, and I was like, I think it's signed. It is signed. Perfect. And there's character artwork on the end papers. I didn't know that. You see, this is why I didn't cancel it. Wow. Oh, wow. It has so much more than I thought, so it was genuinely worth it. And I'm so excited. Yeah. It said it shipped out April 15th, which it did. So hopefully it'll get here really soon. Next, I have Quicksilver pre-ordered. It's not really a special edition per se, but because Quicksilver got a huge revamp, and right now I have the reversible cover where like one side is a discrete cover and the other side is the Kingfisher cover. I tend to only display it in the discrete cover because every single time I flip it, the dust jacket starts to get a little bit messed up. And now that the Kingfisher covers are going to be discontinued, I said, no. I'm not gonna make the same mistake again that I made with Sarah J Mass. As you can see, I'm a little traumatized. I'm going to order the Kingfisher cover, and I also don't have any of her books signed. But Brimstone, which I also have pre-ordered, but we'll get to that later, is signed. So I need Quicksilver signed. So I found a Ripped Bodice in LA, I think it's LA, indie bookstore, had a signing with Kelly Hart, and it's the Kingfisher paperback signed by her. And I was like, perfect. Why do I need 2 copies of Quicksilver? 3, actually, but we'll get there. I don't know. I do not know, but I'm going to have it and I want her signature. So I pre-ordered the regular Quicksilver paperback, but it was signed. That one should be shipping out this month, I'm hoping. I was scared because it didn't really show me how it would look like, which is obvious because it explained it, but I'm always skeptical that I ordered the wrong thing. But I'm going to trust myself and hope that that's exactly what's going to come in, because I saw a picture that she posted signing at Ripped Bodice. So it must be the same thing. I don't know. I'm always anxious. Silver Flames. As you know, I have the ACOTAR books 1 through 4 Spain editions, which is the really pretty like foiled hardcover and the sprayed edges that are like in the color of the original covers. And it is honestly one of the editions that I hold closest to my heart because the artwork of the characters is so perfect. It just feels like it is so perfectly catered to the book. It is like full scenes from the book. They're super, super detailed and very perfectly catered to that book. And Silver Flames is one of my favorite books. They don't show me anything for it, but I'm gonna trust it. And I don't know what's gonna be on the cover for it. I'm hoping it's Nesta's breakdown scene, because if it's that, my heart is gonna tear in two. I think that's gonna be one of my favorite ones because of how impactful Silver Flames was for me. I'm also a little worried because that is the last one from what we currently have of ACOTAR, so I really hope that whenever we get ACOTAR 6, they're also gonna do the Spain edition in the same style for it. But even if they don't, I love those editions, so I'm really excited to get that one and finish that collection. And that one releases on June 17th from Spain. Keeping 13. I have Binding 13. I didn't like any of the Binding 13 regular covers. Not that I didn't like it, I just preferred the Barnes & Noble's exclusive, which has kind of like the rainbow edges, and it has like little things on the inside. Like I think it has, this one has the library card like with all the characters. Binding 13 has pink edges, Keeping 13 has orange edges. The spine follows like the little rainbow pattern, and the inside I think has like a little MP3 flare and like the fire and like the burning. I did purchase it before I actually read Keeping 13, so I didn't know the significance of it, but now I'm so happy that I did because oh my god, my heart. I'm actually in the middle of Redeeming 6 now, which is the 4th book, so I am super excited to get Saving 6 and Redeeming 6 and see what they do with the Barnes & Noble exclusives for that, but those aren't released yet. Just know that they're going to be added to my pre-order list. I don't know, I think Releasing 10 is coming out. No, Releasing 10 is also coming out soon. Oh, and Keeping 7. There's a lot of them. So I'm just really excited to get those, but for now I have book 2. And that one comes out from Barnes & Noble June 24th. Oh, you're gonna have to really check on me actually from June until December. So if you can check on me for the rest of the year, I'd really appreciate it. Oh, not good. Not good at all. Next. These are, focus. These actually release very sporadically, which are my Zodiac editions. So I'm just gonna go through all of my Zodiac editions now instead of just when they get released. If you saw the final one that I showed in my special edition video, which was my Zodiac edition, which the most well done special edition I own is the Zodiac Academy special edition that I have. It was one of my pre-orders from the beginning of the year, but they're starting to roll out the rest of the books. The interior artwork pages are thick and they're very, I don't know, they feel very well made. They're like, they feel good. They have like a beautiful foiled interior, and the dust jacket is reversible, and the artwork is just so beautiful, and it's signed, and the sprayed edges and everything. Perfection. So I actually haven't read Zodiac Academy, which really is really bad, because pre-ordering the entire set of the Zodiac Academy special editions is about $700. I don't have, which is why I actually didn't pre-order the whole set at once. If you don't pre-order the whole set, they're releasing book by book almost every single month. So every single month I'm like, this is my monthly payment plan, so I'm just gonna buy each book one at a time to avoid myself the pain of something I can't afford. But personally, I'm 99.9% sure that Zodiac Academy is going to be one of my all-time favorite series based off of what my book friends who have read the series and know my book taste and have similar book tastes to me, I know I'm going to completely fall in love with it. So I bit the bullet. Instead of buying the 11 book in the regular editions, I bought the special editions, which were not cheap, but at least they are worth the price based off of the quality. The first one has already arrived. The second one I pre-ordered was Zodiac Academy 2 Ruthless Fae, which has, I don't know who on the cover. It's this one. So yeah, I really can't speak a lot on it because I haven't read the series, but I'm just really excited to get it. Then I also have third one pre-ordered. Where's this? 0.5. Oh, sorry. The one that I just showed is the third one that I ordered, which gets here September 1st. These actually were not like a pre-order and then you pay when they ship. It was just like an immediate buy. So I have been suffering for these decisions. The second one that gets here, which gets here on July 1st, is Zodiac Academy 0.5 Origin. I don't know what it is about, but the woman is beautiful. Then the fourth one that's coming out, which I also don't know who it is. I'm assuming it's the professor. I don't know any of their names. Oh, Lance. This one is Lance. The last one was Darius. So one of them is Darius and the other one is Lance. I don't know who the woman is. Those are the four that I have pre-ordered right now, and Lance's gets here November 1st. So they're getting released like very, very spaced out. I think it's gonna take about 2 years to receive the entire series, which is fine because the series isn't even done apparently. They actually just announced that the next one is gonna be up for pre-order in about a month, and I don't know who he is. He looks like he would be Seth. Is it? I don't know who Seth is. So perfect. It's not Seth, it's Caleb. I don't know who Caleb is either, but he's pretty. The artwork is pretty, so that's all I care about. But those are those that I have. Those are probably the most expensive. Those are probably the most expensive special editions that I have bought. But again, they're really, really worth the price, and it's something that I'm willing to invest in because I feel like Zodiac is gonna be Throne of Glass and ACOTAR for me, which are such huge series, which also means that I'm probably gonna regret not getting the original paperbacks of it, but I'm not gonna think about it. I'm not thinking about it. I'm not gonna think about it because I can't afford that. I'm not, please. I'm gonna regret this, but no, because these are more exclusive than the paperbacks. Next, we have DEFY Me. A lot of these are continuations of my special editions that I already showed. DEFY Me is the UK edition for the 5th book of Shatter Me. I love my Shatter Me editions, like the UK collector's edition so much, and this one's like in like a bright purple, and the colors are so gorgeous. Like one of them is like a hot pink, and I don't like very hot colors, like very like neonish colors, but these are like perfect girl colors. It's like a sweet pink. It's a sweet hot pink. The same way with like the aqua blue. So this one's purple, and I'm really, really excited to get it. Not a lot to say about that one really, because I'm pretty sure it follows the same look of the other ones. It's just purple, and it's DEFY Me, and DEFY Me is actually my favorite book in the series, so I'm so freaking excited to get that one. That one gets here July 31st. Next, you'll never guess who we have next. Quicksilver. Why? Because I do need 2 copies of Quicksilver. Actually, I need 3 copies of Quicksilver. Why? I don't know. This one specifically, I did need, I swear. Since she released the revamped covers, Brimstone's only gonna be released in the revamped cover, so I need Quicksilver to match. I feel like that's like a given. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people have also been saying like they don't like the revamped covers. They're just gonna buy the regular edition. I'm 99% sure that the regular edition is the same cover as the revamped cover. The only difference is that the revamped cover has metallic edges and it has character artwork on the inside. They have bonus content, hidden cover case foil, which I think is, oh, I don't know what that is. Case foil, hidden? Maybe there's like something in the inside the cover. If there is, that's exciting. Metallic end pages and character art end papers, which I'm really excited for because at first I didn't like the character artwork for Kingfisher because I'm not a fan of people covers, but I have noticed this pattern within myself that if I end up loving the book, I'm going to end up loving the people covers for it. So after I read Quicksilver and I opted to buy the discreet cover, I bought the Kingfisher cover because I love the man. The same thing happened to me with Throne of Glass and ACOTAR, where I said, no, I don't need the people covers, and then I splurged on them because I love the characters so much. I'm really excited to see the artwork that they do for the characters because I do genuinely like the style in which they did Kingfisher, and it just chef's kiss for me. Also really excited because Quicksilver, the edges are silver, so I feel like once they all line up, because I think they're all gonna be like some type of element, they're gonna look really, really pretty. I don't know how many books are in the series. The cover is not my favorite, I will admit. It is starting to grow on me. I would have made different graphic design choices just because I also studied graphic design in college. I do have like opinions, but I love the series so much, so as I'm looking at the covers more and more, they are genuinely starting to grow on me. I'm not lying to you. If I really, really like a book, I'm going to fall in love with every single aspect of it, so I'm really, really excited to get that. I'm happy I opted for the exclusive edition of it because I feel like it's going to be oh so pretty, and the edges are going to be oh so pretty. Oh, also it has like the metallic like melting, the Quicksilver. It's just like Kingfisher's eyeball. You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? Quicksilver comes out August 19th. It's like a birthday present. I love releases in August, and I'm happy it's that one. Next we have One Dark Window and Two Twisted Crowns. I've never read it, but again, I trust my book girlies who told me I'm going to love it because they also really, really know my taste. I also think it's like a darker, more mysterious series, and I haven't really had one of those yet, but I know from my taste it's something I would like because I'm very like I like it. That one though, I do own the paperbacks for One Dark Window and Two Twisted Crowns because I won a giveaway for One Dark Window and one of my friends sent it to me. And Two Twisted Crowns, I found it at a used bookstore for really, really cheap and perfect condition. So obviously I bought them, but then they rolled out with these hardback exclusives because again, if I know I'm gonna like the series, I'm going to want to buy the special edition for it. This is me trying to rationalize with myself, but these look so freaking pretty. I don't know anything about this book. I don't know anything about half the books I pre-ordered, but like the edges on it, so delicate on both of them, and seeing them like side by side, like the red and the blue is just so perfect. And I can't say much on it because I don't know what the series is about. I'm sure I'm going to appreciate them big time. Oh, both of them actually come out September 23rd. Hopefully I'll read it by then, or maybe I'll read it when I get them. Next, Alchemized. Alchemized is, if you didn't know, based on Manacled, which is a Draco, a Dramini, I think it's Draco and Hermione fan fiction written on AO3, which I have been a part of for many, many years. I am not ashamed. I was indeed growing up a very avid Draco Malfoy fan fiction reader. I was never a Hermione and Draco shipper because I never thought about it, period, because I was in love with Draco, period. So every single time I read a Draco fanfiction, it was a Your Name fanfiction. So it was me. Or it was another character that they wrote in that wasn't part of like Harry Potter. So I'm blushing. I love Draco Malfoy so much. It's not normal. It's not normal. But Manacled is one of the ones that I'm most excited to. I got the Draco giggles. I don't know why. He was my childhood crush, if I'm gonna be so freaking honest. Like, movies and all, I grew up with that man. Every single movie, I was in the correct age range to be in love with him. Stop. Ah! I get the giggles. I'm mainly getting the giggles because I remember myself being really young on Wattpad or AO3 just like giggling and reading my little Draco Malfoy fanfiction. Anyways, so Manacled is a much, much darker fanfiction, and it will be my first Draco and Hermione fanfiction. Growing up, I didn't think about them as a couple ever, but upon rewatching the movies as an adult and as somebody who now reads Enemies to Lovers very avidly, I see the appeal, I really do. I was always a Ron and Hermione girly because I was like, oh, they're so sweet, blah, blah, blah. But now as somebody who just, loves me some Enemies to Lovers, they give that. So I'm really, really excited to get into that because they say it's gonna break your heart. Alchemized is now the published one because it is one of the most famous Draco and Hermione fanfiction. It's not gonna be a Draco and Hermione like published book, but it's going to be adaptation of her AO3 novel, which I have on my Kindle. I don't think it's on AO3 any longer because she's getting published, but I am really, really excited this year to read that one. It's actually one of my most anticipated ones for the year. I want to drop everything and read it right now. To be honest, I'm in the mood, but it gives kind of like a fall read, if you get me. And I actually am hoping to do a vlog or a video comparing Manacled to Alchemized because I am going to read the original Manacled novel and then I'm going to read Alchemized when I receive it. So the Alchemized pre-order that I have is from Waterstones, I believe. I don't know why I bought it, but I don't know why I bought a lot of these. I felt like I would really, really like this one because I know I'm going to like the book again. So I was like, okay, fine, I'll just buy the Waterstones exclusive of it. The inside has like a little dragon, or I don't know what it is, foiled like hardcover. It has a really, really detailed, really, really pretty map. The end pages are really, really beautiful. They're like red and like they got like all the little like Harry Potter like Easter eggs on it. It's mainly for the edges. I feel like I'm gonna display it through the edges because it feels so like, I think it's kind of like an extension of the hardcover, and it feels so like transporting into it, and it feels so dark and mysterious. And again, I'm somebody who I know I'm going to enjoy some dark and mysterious books, but I haven't read any of them yet. So I'm really, really excited to get into that, and I bought the Waterstones edition for it, which comes out I believe when the book gets published, which is September 30th. I have to read Manacled before then, I will, I promise. On that note, this one releases October 8th, so it's a skip from where I was. I know I'm gonna like the book! And Barnes & Noble said, hey, Alchemized but signed. And the Waterstones exclusive happens to not be signed. And I was like, oh goodness, I'm not gonna miss on having an author signature. I don't know why, because I feel like it's more personal if I get the signature from her in person, but I don't know. So I also bought the regular book with her signature in it from Barnes & Noble. And then that's also why I feel like I'm gonna display the Waterstones one by the edges and the other one just regular, because it's the regular cover on the, you know what I'm saying. So anyways, The other one that I ordered, which releases also on September 30th with Alchemized, is, I don't even know the name of it if I'm being really, really honest. Every Spiral of Fate, which is the fourth or fifth book of This Woven Kingdom, which I haven't read. But as I explained earlier with Watch Me, Tahara Mafi is my girl. So I know I'm going to enjoy that one, and she says her favorite character she's ever written is the main man from that series. God, I'm really hoping I love that series, because just in general, I love her writing, and my friend didn't like it, but the way she was describing it to me felt extremely, extremely unique. So I'm really, really excited to get into that. And yeah, so that one's also signed. And for me, having 2 Watch Me editions and 1 Shatter Me edition signed by her seemingly was not enough. So I bought the 4th book signed. I don't know why, because I don't own any of the other books in the series. And to make it even better, I actually wanted the series in paperback because I own Shatter Me in paperback and I just like the paperbacks for them better. But the signed edition is only in hardcover, so it seems like I'm going to be buying the entire series in hardcover. I used to buy a lot of hardcover books, but I opted out of buying them because I realized after I started my reading journey that I actually prefer paperback. So I only buy hardcovers if the hardcover makes a significant difference, like reversible dust jackets and stuff like that, or like if they have sprayed edges, blah 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 blah. This one is just a book, so yeah. I made questionable decisions. Next, we have Throne of Secrets, I believe it is called. I did show the first one, and actually when I made the video, I pre-ordered Throne of Secrets, because the first one I showed it in my previous video, which was the paperback of Throne of the Fallen, which I haven't read. But I said that I really, really like the edges on that one. I'm not a fan of plain edges, but I feel like it works really, really well in paperback. And I feel like the edges also go very well with the color of the book. Like, I like that they're not like the book is in black with like bright edges, or like, you know, like I feel like it's very cohesive, and I like the paperback that I have for Throne of the Fallen, so I committed to buying the series in the Barnes exclusive paperbacks. I ordered the second book in paperback, which has blue edges, I believe, and it is just so pretty. And that one I wasn't planning on buying, but because I made this video, I realized I had to. I speak so much all the time. Shut up. Throne of Secrets. You can tell that these are bad. Don't follow in my footsteps. Don't follow in my footsteps, because I make really bad decisions. I don't know half of the books that I have pre-ordered. I have an addiction. I have a problem, and I think I need therapy for it, but instead I decided to do retail therapy for it because I don't know, it makes me happy. I don't know. That one comes out on October 21st, and I'm not gonna read the first one by then, but whatever. Next, which I should have spoken about with Quicksilver, but I didn't. So November 18th, we get Brimstone, the special edition. I don't know what Brimstone is. I know what silver is, but Brimstone's edges are kind of like orange metallic. They're like bronze. So yeah, that's about all I can say for it. One of my friends told me that it reminded her of Carrion, which if it's a Carrion, like, not focused book, but if Carrion's a big character in it, which I think he will be, I'm gonna be so excited because Kingfisher and Carrion have my heart. They carried. Yeah, there's not a lot to say about that because I kind of already talked about Quicksilver and the covers do match. The only thing is I bought one of them in Amazon, but I bought the other one in Barnes & Noble because it's signed. And like I said, I want as many signed books as I can get. I don't know why. I think it's more personal if I get it signed in person, but if the author sends it to me signed, but I have impulse problems. So now I'm going to have Quicksilver paperback signed, so not the first one, and then I'm gonna have Brimstone signed. But I'm manifesting that I get to meet Callie Hart one day, and I'm going to be able to sign the new revamped hardcover of Quicksilver, but that's irrelevant. You guys don't give a shit about that. Anyways, my last bad decision, which comes out December 19th, as you can see, I have a good little fun moment every single month. Maybe I'll do unboxings for them, so you guys can see every little special edition that I get per month, because I have an addiction, because I have a shopping addiction, and I know you guys like to see me suffer. So if you guys want to see that, please let me know. Anyways, stop getting off track. Focus, please. Thank you. Is Fantasma and Enchantra. Why? I don't know. I think these are the ones that I know the least because they have really mixed reviews. My best friend hated them. Other people loved them. Other people are indifferent about them. I've never read them. And I was not going to read them. But then they said, hey guys, here's a limited edition. And when you tell me there's a limited edition, I am the target audience, because you know they usually put the words, like, if you didn't know, the marketing tactic is to say something is limited or exclusive, because then you're gonna fear they're gonna run out. And even if they don't run out, or even if they're available for months and months after the release, you fell victim to it, and I fell victim to it because they say exclusive and I say I cannot lose my chance. So I bought Fantasma Enchantra. I don't know why. I don't even know if I'm gonna like those books. So if you see me selling them or doing a giveaway with them, don't come for me, but maybe I'm gonna love them. Maybe I'm gonna love them. So I actually don't even know what they look like. All I know is that they said they're released for the Barnes & Noble pre-order sale, and I was like, perfect, 2 for 1 for me. It wasn't even 2 for 1, but it made sense to me. Fantasma Deluxe Edition. You know what? they're pretty. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna regret it because it's like ugly, but I feel like I really like the regular covers for them. I don't know why. Like I like the skull paperbacks. Maybe I love them. Maybe I buy both. Maybe I go deeper into credit card debt. I don't know. But I do think the foiling on these are really pretty, and I feel like they go, like the cohesiveness between both of them, like the really bright metallic yellow and the really bright metallic silver between Enchantra and Fantasma are really pretty, and I like the edges. I like the red and the pink edges with like the blue book. I feel like it's very cohesive. I don't know what comes in this book, but I do know I have it pre-ordered and it gets here just in time for Christmas. I really hope I do read those ahead of time though, because I think they're pretty short reads and they're very hype right now, so I don't know when the third book's coming out. But yeah, so I deeply apologize for getting off track. I fear that the more comfortable I get with you guys, the more I'm going to just ramble, because I never shut up and my brain never shuts up, so I'm going to give you every waking thought that I have. Not to freak you out, but I think this video freaked me out because oh my god, I have so many pre-orders and it's so much money. And the thing is, I'm freaking out mainly because I don't care. I don't care because the amount of happiness I'm gonna get when I unbox those is going to be astronomical, and the amount of happiness you guys are gonna get seeing me unbox those is probably pretty mid, but I'm gonna show you anyways. All that to say, don't follow in my footsteps. I make really bad decisions. If by any chance you want to follow in my booksteps, if by any chance you want to follow in my footsteps, I do link all of the special editions that I have on my Amazon storefront if you're able to find them on Amazon. I have a storefront list for the special editions I already talked about, but I'll put a storefront list for the special editions I'm going to order or I have ordered. Actually, one that's not on the list because I haven't pre-ordered it yet because it's not a limited edition. I'm telling you, I'm the one who gets stuck on the marketing because it's not a limited edition. All the paperbacks are going to be printed that way. Is Spark of the Everflame and Glow of the Everflame. Heat of the Everflame doesn't have one yet. They're just regular paperbacks of the book, but the edges are really delicate and really pretty. And since I was going to buy the books in paperback anyways, I'm just waiting for that edition because it is just the standard paperback, so it's the same price. So I really do like those two. I just haven't ordered them yet because they come out in the summer, so I'm like just waiting closer to the date to buy them or seeing if somebody wants to buy them for me, aka my birthday, my family. Also on that note, let me just add that in there. I'm currently doing a reading vlog for it, so it does have spoilers. Don't know if I should cut that out. You guys let me know. I can see if I can cut out some of the spoilers from that reading vlog if you haven't read them and you want to read the Kindred Saga. But if nobody's planning to read the Kindred Saga, I can post my full spoilers. You let me know. You let me know. But that reading vlog is coming really soon because I just finished the second book and I only have the last one left. Anyways, focus, Natalie. Thank you. Once more, all that to say, please don't follow in my footsteps because I don't make the best financial decisions when it comes to book because I just go in blind. I won't spend money on anything else. I will starve if it means I get to have my special edition books. I hope you enjoyed seeing my credit card debt. I hope it gave you some ideas because as much as I'm going to tell you not to follow in my footsteps, I'm going to be a bad influence and tell you you probably need these books because they're really pretty. Bye.